Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley. Well, this is a box. I'm going to unbox it. Call it an unboxing. I would call it a preview because I've got some very cool new Auto World Premium 2022 Release 3. This is the next retail release you'll see in Targets and Walmarts and at hobby dealers very, very soon. As usual, released in an A version and a B version. They always release six castings in each of these premium releases for retail, done in two different colors, an A version and a B version. We're going to go through both of those. Round 2 sent these to me. They're the ones who make Auto World, among other brands, and that's significant for this video because I want to show you this latest Johnny Lightning release. Just as a little aside before we get to this showcase, Round 2 also does Johnny Lightning. I don't do a ton of Johnny Lightning showcases, but I really wanted to show this model. This came with these two boxes, and I wanted to, well, let's just look at it. This is the 1998 Honda Civic, done in the most ridiculous livery, deco, whatever you want to call it, graphics, and you might say, what is that? Well, that's the point. You're supposed to react that way because this is an actual replica of one of the 24 Hours of Lemon's endurance racing circuit cars. Some of you are familiar with the 24 Hour of Lemons. I've learned about it of late because of this. It is an actual racing circuit where they take cars that have seen better days, owners, and they soup them up the way they can. There's probably certain rules they have to apply to. But these are not new cars. They're usually bought sometimes maybe even in the three figures, and then modified the best they can and raced in this 24 Hours of Lemon circuit. This particular car, this Honda Civic, I said it's a replica of a real car. It's because this is Chad Reed's car. Chad works for Round 2, Auto World, Johnny Lightning, and all those brands. And you know him if you watch any of those Auto World preview videos. He is the host of those videos, showcases them. Super, super cool guy. Worked with him not only to do these Auto World previews, but in other capacities as well. I just love the guy to death. He's so fun to talk to. We've done interviews with him in the past as well here on Lamley. And just a really cool collector guy, car guy who is really fun to talk to, really fun to deal with. And was super excited to have this replica done of his actual 24 Hours of Lemons Honda Civic. He'll probably post real pictures of it. I'm sure he has in the past. Well, I know he has in the past. So you definitely want to follow him. I can put his Instagram down below. But this is a replica of his car, and we'll be hitting retail and hobby dealers very, very soon. There'll be more on this in the future, but I definitely want to show off. It is aptly named the Trailer Queen, his Honda Civic. So that was very cool. And Chad, I'm really happy to have it. I'm keeping this carded because I just like having it all together, and neat to see. All right, let's take a look at these models. As we're going through these, there's something that some of you might notice that is different about these compared to the last few years of Auto World mixes. We'll get to that towards the end, and let's just start. I'm looking at them, so we've got them kind of all thrown together a little bit, but we have the A release. I'm going to mix this up here. And the, is this the B release? Right here. And the B release. So we're just going to go through. This is the 2012 Ford Mustang GTCS. They'll revisit a lot of castings. They'll do a lot of new castings. We'll find out. Usually they'll say right here if it's new or existing, or if it's a new casting or modified casting. This is the, what is this, 3 generations ago, the Mustang? I'd have to remember. Done in grabber blue. I'll open these off camera and put these on the turntable for you. Here's the artwork. I'll just show you real quick. Don't know if there's anything here. This will be in stores soon, so if you want that, you can have that. Don't know if there's anything else that we need to show from a packaging perspective, so let's just have a look at the model. Grabber blue, we're very familiar with this color. I think we've seen it. These wheels look different. These look new. These might be new wheels. GT California Special. We know that the CS means California Special. Some of the details on that one. Very clean. Usually done, these models are almost always for retail done in stock. They'll occasionally do something that looks modified. Hobby, they just have all kinds of fun. Doing different decos, different racing decos, total creative designs. But usually with retail, they go full stock. And that's what we've got here with the grabber blue Mustang second version. Let's put that back here. The B version is in yellow blaze, also a California Special, so same deco, same wheels, same everything, just a totally different color. That's very much a mustard color is the way I look at it. Yeah, I'm wondering if these wheels are new. It doesn't say anything. Yellow Blaze is a new color introduced in 2012. So about 10-year-old Mustang. Nice that they revisit. Sometimes those castings that look new at the time, they tend to kind of go off into the sunset. But they're revisiting that one. All right, I think there's another modern casting here. So let's do that. There's your A version. Here is your B version. Very cool, bright colors. Wow, this looks awesome. What is it? 2019 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack. That's a name. There's your art. Here is the car. It is in Tor Red. Haha, it's a play on Torrid. Let's see. Anyway. 2019 Challenger RT Scat Pack came standard with a 6-speed manual transmission, but customers could opt for an 8-speed automatic. You want a manual transmission on this? I would imagine you do. I rented one of these once, and I did get it in manual. I did enjoy it. Challenger wide body was introduced in the 2018 model year, so this is the wide body done on this one. That orange you're very familiar with the Challenger. I think that's how it was really when they first introduced that new generation Challenger. That was the color they used a ton. Second one, love the green. Sublime. I like that. I like that name better than Tor Red. Come on. Come on. 2019 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack. Tor Red is Dodge's color. I'm not ripping on Auto World. I'm ripping on Dodge. Tor Red. Anyway. Very cool. I like the colors on these. Cars like this, I think the bright colors really works, and this one looks nice and clean. Like that it's got that Mopar muscle stripe on the back that you've seen forever on the old Chargers and everything else. And Challengers too, right? Back in the 60s and 70s. I think that is awesome. All right, those are let's do the Jeep here. Speaking of modern replicas. Oop, not that one. Not that one. Jeep and Jeep. What are we looking at here? A version is the 2017 Jeep JK Wrangler Chief Edition in acid yellow. Don't consider myself much of a modern Jeep guy. Here's the art. New parts tooling. So are they saying here? This casting features a newly tooled power dome hood and standard 8-spoke wheels. So I think the wheels are new. I said 8. I meant 5. I was really confused for a second. Sorry, misread that. 5-spoke wheels. That's nice in acid yellow. The other color, this is Chief Edition as well in Rhino. That's a color as well. Got a lot of fun. I like that Auto World does use the proper names, the stock names of these colors. So I'll go with Tor Red because that's what Dodge wants. Dome. So the dome. Power dome hood. You can see that. So I assume all the rest of the casting's the same. They just added a different hood, which they can because they have the opening hood parts. Sometimes they'll change the grill and things, which I know they did on the Mustang. But that looks good in Rhino. Okay. What I love most about, I like some of the newer castings, but what I love most about Auto World are the classic castings. So let's get to those. A version, B version. Love the Cadillacs. Love the Cadillacs. It was the Cadillacs and the wagons that really brought me to Auto World back in the day. Got the sun making things very bright here. This is the 1975 Cadillac Coupe DeVille in Greenbrier Fire Mist Poly. Now that's a name of a color. This casting is an old classic. I think this is the first big land yacht Cadillac casting that they did way back. I mean, I think back to the days of seeing Auto World and Toys R Us and all that kind of stuff. I want to do videos where I showcase all of these. I've got every Cadillac released. I don't have the Chases, but I have every one of these like DeVille's, and they did the lowriders and everything else. And this green color is fantastic with the white wall tires and the cool rims and everything else. This thing is just a beauty. This is one of the original loves in diecast is Auto World's big wagons and big Cadillacs, and I think that is phenomenal. B version. Fire what is that? Firethorn Poly. Is that what it is? It has to be Firethorn, right? It can't be. I can't tell if that's an R and M with my old eyes. Firethorn Poly, I think. Also of the Coupe DeVille. That's kind of a burnt red, burnt orange, something like that. That just looks cool too. I like that they've done same tone interior, same tone vinyl roof, same tone color. Everything is clean on this one. Really, really cool. If you guys want to see me do like a video, like I want to, as soon as I have time and I can dig into the collection, I want to do like a Cadillac. There's another casting here that we'll see in a second that I definitely want to showcase, but I'll do a video on just showing these. They tend to like, it's more of a niched kind of thing, like for example, the Auto World Cadillacs, but I just think that it's just a certain appreciation that we can all gain for some of these cool castings. Here's another one we haven't seen in a while. This is nice. 1964 Pontiac Grand Prix Royal Bobcat in Sunfire Red Poly. This casting, I mean, I think there was a time when this, I'd go to Toys R Us and see both these castings. Ooh, look at it. Okay, first thing. I just want you to see if I can get it in the right light. White interior on this one, but a gold steering wheel. Do you see that? Can I get that showing? It's kind of hard. In the sun there. Love that. Again, no two-tone here. You got the same body, same roof. Sometimes they do it differently here. 1964 Grand Prix was the third best-selling car in the Pontiac lineup. Ace Wilson's Royal Pontiac in Royal Oak, Michigan became famous in part for its modified production cars with boosted power and performance dubbed Royal Bobcat Edition. So that's what this is. It's like a souped-up Grand Prix. Love the steering wheel, the interior on that one. That makes this one a total winner. And then the other one got the same thing. We got this time the same color interior and body, which I love. All right, same thing. Royal Bobcat in Saddle Bronze Poly. That looks nice. I always like the details here. I'll let you guys read those, but same thing, same tone, classic cars. Auto World does a nice job in the current cast, just like Tomica Limited Vintage. I love their current car castings. I got to showcase some of those soon. In fact, I have some, boy, that reminds me, I got a lot of work to do. I got to get into those TLVs, but I also, it's still all about the classics for both of these brands. All right, check this out. We'll get rid of this tissue paper that still doesn't want to get out of here. Look at this last car. How about these? Speaking of doing video on a casting, the Ford GT40 is one I definitely want to do. Now, first thing, before we even get to them, this is the sixth car. Notice what is different about these two cases in the last few years? No square body. This is the first time since, I believe, 2018 or 2019 that an Auto World retail release has not included a square body, which is interesting. Some people will be like, bummer. Other people are like, good riddance. We've seen too many of them. But considering how popular they are, the Auto World square bodies, I mean, they always sell out. They're always in high demand. It is interesting that they have pulled away. I think they did the last year of the square body. We're going to see them again in retail, of course. But this is the first one in a long time that they haven't done the square body, which is kind of interesting, kind of refreshing. But the square body remains super, super popular, and I like them. I like all the different versions they do. Stock, I like the hobby versions. There's some creative versions there. But let's get on with the 1965 Ford GT40 Mark I. This one is really cool. This one is in silver, and both of these are very interesting because we've seen this GT40, and this is a casting that I just adore. I have every release of this casting as well from Auto World. Most of them done in racing liveries. They've done the dirty version, like the dirtied up, very much think Ford versus Ferrari, all that sort of thing. But this one is totally plain in silver with a new wheel, kind of a spoked wheel on this. Let's see if they say anything about it. They don't. But I don't think we've ever seen this spoked wheel on this casting as well. I don't know if it's an existing wheel they've done in other places, but I really do like that they've gone with the clean version here. I think there's something to be looked at, like almost like test run cars. that iconic GT40 center stripe is important to have, but having this very plain, we'll see. Let's see. Early 1960s, Ford was set to buy a 90% stake in Ferrari when suddenly Enzo Ferrari backed out of the deal over dispute with open wheel race cars. GT40 was developed in retaliation to the defeat Ferrari at the famed 24 Hours of Le Mans. We've seen that story, right, in the Ford versus Ferrari. But this one almost looks like that test version. That is the first version in silver. The second one has a little bit more deco, but same wheels, same kind of plain look. This one is in custom metallic blue. There you continue with that history there about the Ford GT. So this one gets the side Ford GT stripes, nothing on the top. Obviously the details everywhere else. This casting, this is another one. Just what a fun video to do, showcasing all these. I think I have, of this one I have, like just like the Cadillac, I have every retail release, every hobby release. The square body, I don't have every hobby release, but I have all the retail releases, but I have some of the hobby releases. GT40, I don't care where they come from, I'm going to collect it. And this one is really, really cool in blue. But I'm actually quite partial to the plain silver version. There you go. Auto World Premium Release 3 for 2022. I think we got a couple more releases for 2022. That might even bleed into 2023, but they will be officially 2022 releases. We'll figure that out. You guys tell me what you think. What's your favorite? I'm going with the GT40 here. I'm going with the Cadillac after that. Grand Prix is very cool too, but it is a refreshing new non-square body mix. You guys tell me what you think. Look for it soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.